What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I do music reviews. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the upcoming releases coming out throughout the week of October 7th. I'm going to give my own personal thoughts and opinions on what I think we could expect from some of this new music. And as always, if I forget something that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so I could check it out. And also let me know what you want me to review next. And if you do that and you don't want to miss out on a request review, or you just happen to like what you see here, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. But let's talk about some new music now. Counterparts is releasing their new album titled Eulogy for those still here, and get ready for album of the year. Seriously, this album, it's going to at least be top 3, and if it completely sucks, it's probably going to be one of the biggest letdowns since Saint Anger. I feel like they're just at the top of their game in terms of songwriting. I mean, Brandon Murphy wrote a song about his cat, and it is one of the best songs of the year. It's so touching. It's so freaking good. It's really heavy. It pulls on your heartstrings. It's just everything that you want from Counterparts. It's that emotion that they managed to bring to it, and it's just perfect. I feel like this is probably going to be one of their best albums that they've ever released and probably ever will release, if I'm going to be completely honest. Lamb of God is releasing their newest album titled Omens, so get ready for the biggest letdown since Saint Anger. Just kidding, but seriously, I don't have too high of hopes for this album. After their last album, their self-titled album, the riffs have been kind of lacking, and the singles don't show too much promise of that really changing. I mean, they have a little bit heavier southern vibe groove thing going on, but it just isn't there for me musically. I mean, Randy Blythe sounds fantastic, the drum work sounds fantastic, but we need some of that Mark Morton just heavy just riff that just jumps out of the screen, out of your speakers, and grabs you by your neck, and you just can't believe what you're hearing. We need that because he's very capable of doing it, but we're not getting it. I don't know if he's trying to take a more simplistic approach to it. Maybe his songwriting style has changed over the years, which I'm sure it has since, Sacrament and Ashes of the Wake. But yeah, like Laid to Rest, I mean, that riff is insane. And he's admitted in the past that he doesn't let the riff breathe enough. He doesn't let the song really shine through. So I feel like he might be doing that a little bit more. But what made those songs just so great was the fact that he didn't do that. He just charged up to the front with his fantastic riff, and everybody just fell to their knees in amazement. And I feel like unless if we get that, this album, it's going to keep the decline going from their last album, I think. Get the Shot is releasing their newest album titled Merciless Destruction. This is probably one of my top 5 favorite hardcore bands, so I'm really excited for this one. They just keep getting better and better with every release, and this is only their 4th studio album. So I mean, it's kind of the opposite. They're just ascending that hill of greatness, and they keep doing new stuff that I'm hearing on their new singles. They just have different things that they're trying out. It's working really well. So I feel like this album is going to be really solid. This one for these guys might be their best album that they've released and their best album that they do release. But I really hope not, because it's still really early in their career. But the energy they're bringing, it's just there. It's so good. If you like hardcore, definitely check out Get the Shot. Bush has released a new album titled Art of Survival. I was obsessed with this band back in the day, and honestly, most grunge bands. However, I did grow out of that phase, and I do still love them, though. Even though this album might not be that revolutionary, or it's just going to sound like typical Bush, it's going to be really generic, blah, 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 blah. Me personally, I'm probably still going to dig it, even though this album is probably going to be less than a 5 out of 10. But I don't know, I really dig the vocals. I still dig that heavy, just sludgy guitar tone. And one of the singles they released, it's just there, and it's just vocals, and it comes back, and it's just, the atmosphere it's just Bush, man. And I love it. And like I said, it's probably going to be a less than average album, but I'll probably give it a couple spins. Queensryche is releasing a new album titled Digital Noise Alliance. This is a band that I was really surprised that they're still around. And not only still around, but they're still making new albums. They've been making the same exact style of music, same exact kind of songs for the past almost 40 years. And their first album came out in '83. So they've been doing this for a really, really long time. I've never really been a fan of this band. I've never really been into their sound or hair metal that much, for that matter. I mean, Guns N' Roses was all right, but like I said, I was more into my grunge kind of phase, especially after I discovered Dream Theater, which has the same kind of sound as Queensryche. They're very similar, but Dream Theater definitely, they bring the heaviness to it a lot more. So I mean, yeah, I don't know, if you're into dad metal, this is definitely going to be it. If you're still into like hair metal and stuff, I mean, it probably won't be that exciting for you, but it'll give you something new to listen to, I guess. Bury Tomorrow is releasing a new single titled Abandon Us. It's kind of just generic metalcore, but I still really dig it. I really enjoy the distorted vocals and the clean vocal tone. It's very unique and just really different sounding, but I just want them to do something new musically. Like, I don't know, I feel like their music, the breakdowns, all that stuff, it just kind of sounds really generic, especially since bands like Currents have the same kind of similar like vocal tone sound to them, but they just do different stuff musically. They try different things, and I'd like to see Bury Tomorrow try different stuff. I feel like they have it in them. They just need to do it. Like some of their older stuff was a little bit more unique, then they kind of went a little bit more generic, and I'd like them to find the middle ground. I like for them to find the meeting point where the generic and their more unique stuff collide, because I feel like that's where it's going to be at. However, I don't think we're going to get that on a single, especially, you know, singles are supposed to grab people. They're not really supposed to, you know, set new like grounds for music. They're mostly meant for people to get really excited about it. So I don't know. We probably won't hear it on a single. We also have a new single from Convictions titled Stigma. And again, this is another just really generic metalcore band. However, I gotta admit their atmosphere stands out a little bit more to me than other bands. And also, again, I would like to hear something different from them out of the ordinary. Like, they have little nuances that they do that stand out, and I would like for them to push that just a little bit more. Different stuff that they try, that they experiment with, that works well for them. They need to do more of that, and I feel like, again, a single, I feel like we're not going to get that. It's going to be like on a deeper cut or something, so I don't really expect to hear anything too fancy or groundbreaking out of this thing. It's just there to really get people hyped. We also have another single from Ingested titled From Hollow Words. I'm very much stoked for this album to come out because, I mean, this is their fourth single that they're releasing, and all those before it have been absolute bangers. And I feel like Ingested and Revocation are like top tier modern death metal bands. And when these two albums like they clash, I mean, it's going to be up in the air on which one is going to be death metal album of the year. So I'm so ready for this. I don't know which one I like more. Probably Ingested. I'm debating on if I'm going to do like a full like album of the year like tier list where I just pick all the genres and pick like the best ones, or if I'm actually going to divide them. I don't know yet, but I'm thinking about it, and this is actually helping me to kind of go further into that direction, especially since we're getting some solid releases from all these different genres. So yeah, I'm not going to listen to this single. I'm going to wait for the album to come out. And that is it for New Music Friday. There was more stuff that came out, especially singles. There's always a lot of singles, but I didn't really recognize a whole lot of stuff, especially to speak on it confidently and tell you what I think we're going to get from the new singles. So yeah, if there's something you're looking forward to, again, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Let me know what I should review next. If you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. And I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me talk. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.
I was